welcome back to the teampawz channel. Playing some more Wuthering Waves. Have plenty of tips and tricks and guides videos coming out. Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe to the channel to see the rest of those as they come out through the week. But one thing we're going to talk about today, right now, is team building mistakes to kind of avoid as you play through the game and progress towards the end game where we are now, or where some of us are. Hopefully I get you guys there too with these guys. But when it comes to resonator building, right, it's kind of hard as you get characters to decide who's going to be your primary DPS, secondary DPS, and most likely you'll have either a shield healer or just a primary healer in general. So as you guys kind of move through the game and you get free Bozzy, I mean, she's not a bad healer, guys. I mean, I think if anything, if you're gonna invest in something as you guys play this game, as it starts to roll out and people start joining, is you really can't go wrong with leveling up MC and Bozzy, right? Why? Because they're gonna give you so much free stuff for him anyway that there's no reason for you not to level him up. And then unless you do get Verena, right, Bozzy is going to become so necessary as you solo through some of the content until you decide who you want your primary DPS to be, and then you can kind of switch off and you can have two DPSs, right, or however you guys want to play, as long as you have a primary attacker. I'm using Chixia, right? I'm probably going to be maining Chixia for a long time. I love Chixia, but Chixia is my primary. I have Encore as secondary, and then I have Luna as my healer. But you guys are gonna need a healer regardless. So when it comes to early investment, these two characters will not be a waste of your time. As you can see, I didn't even really place anything else. I didn't even attempt, because resources are gonna always be scarce when it comes to games like these. So it's best for you to wait, have whatever, like I said, whatever free-to-play character that you feel more comfortable with. Go ahead and invest resources into those, because they are the people that's going to carry you into endgame anyway. And I would say about level 40-ish, I would stop. If you're like, man, I'm unsure, right? Like, I didn't even make it all the way to 40 with Bozzy, right? But I would say level 40, right, is a good place to stop leveling up the character with your resources if you don't want to invest too heavily in the part of the content that we're on. Then, once you're sure and you're like, man, you know what, I have no problem making GCS, then go ahead, bro. Go ahead. Invest all you want. Try to get her echoes, like all 5-star echoes. Put as much time into her echoes as you want, right? Plus it all the way up, right? Plus it all the way up. The moment you pick and you're like, no, this is the one I want, then go all in. 100% go all in. Don't put any of your EXP and stuff on anything that doesn't deal with your main attacker, right? And everybody else just kind of trails along. If you've never played games like this, everybody else just kind of trails along a little bit. Like, they still get good stuff, it's decent, but they're not my main focus, right? They're not the people I'm grinding all these legendaries for, and then I'll let these people passively get all the 5-star items that they'll need as I progress through the game. As long as their setup is semi-decent, they're not going to be on the field like that. So you have to keep that in mind as well. Right? They're going to come in, have a burst scene, and then you're going to swap them out back to the main DPS. And then the healer, as your HP gets low, is going to come in, right? She's going to have a burst scene, she's going to pull everybody back up, and then you're going to go back to your main DPS. So as long as you play efficiently, and you minimize the time that the secondary attackers and the healers are on the skill, you can do this all day. You can spend all the time you want crafting, min-maxing the primary attacker of your choice, and then feel how the team synergizes and just keep it, right? And then, like I said, if you decide to change your mind, right, you didn't put that much into it. She's only level 40. Only level 40, right? You didn't invest that much, right? You just invested enough to where they're okay and they stay alive, basically, for the content, and they can take maybe like 2 or 3 hits before something goes wrong, and then you're gonna swap right back to your main attacker. Like, there's no issue here. So hopefully that helps. This will help you with your team composition, how to spend your resources, and don't go crazy on using all of your, like, what it's like the resin for this game. Don't go crazy with the cubes, trying to get the 4 stars and the 5 stars like as quickly as possible. Let it regenerate back into the 200s or whenever you can. Like, there's no rush in the early game. You know what I'm saying? It stays fairly consistent with the level of your character, and I didn't have any problems with level 40 Chixia against level 40 enemies. Like, even if they were like level 45, and I think some in-game content was level 50, like Chixia at level 40 was just fine with blue echo. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't scale that much higher than you to where you can't perform against a boss. So just take your time. That's the biggest thing I can say. Take your time. Have a little bit of patience. Everything will work out for you. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe, guys. Other than that, if you got any questions, post them down below in the comments.